Picture this. You're in a meeting, you're presenting your idea, and then suddenly, out of the blue, uninvited, somebody starts talking over you. They interrupt you and sort of take the stage away from you. If this happens to you again and again, and especially by people who somehow never get interrupted themselves when they're talking, then this video is for you. I'm going to give you 3 techniques today that actually work. And no, these are not speak with confidence or speak like you own the room kind of tactics. No, these are real tactics. Hi, my name is Tanu Ganguly, and after 19 years in newsrooms, in boardrooms, of having held some really important leadership positions, I have tried these tactics and I can tell you they work. So let's go. Remember, in a group setting or in a boardroom, interrupting people is not about disrespect as much as it is about power, because that power shifts when the mic moves from one person to the other. It kind of shifts the power, and that's what you need to learn to reclaim. There are 2 or 3 reasons people will always be interrupters. Number 1, they just have a personal envy for you, or how your career is going, or how your ideas are always liked and appreciated, and so they will try and jump in and try and take that away from you. Number 2, there are people who actually come unprepared to team meetings. They've done no research, no background work, and so they're going to try and justify their presence by building on your point. So they hear something good from you and they'll think, chalo, let me build on this, because at the back of their head they're thinking, I have nothing original of my own to say. And so that's one of the most common reasons why people who just want to jump in and pretend like they have come prepared for the meeting. And number 3, also not very rare, is folks who try and steal credit. This may happen actually at a senior level. So maybe your boss in front of their bosses may want to try and steal your idea. And the giveaway for that is when they say that your idea is our idea. And so instead of saying, when you brought this up last week, they're going to say, when we discussed this last week. But more on that in another video. You don't have to accept it as a part of workday, as part of your daily routine, and then you don't have to sort of become immune to it. Ki chalo ye to, this happens all the time. No, there are simple ways, there are professional, effective ways that can help you reclaim your power, your voice in a team meeting, in a professional setting. Tip number 1, the pause and redirect. Now, I've seen this, most women get this wrong. When they're interrupted in a formal setting, what they do is that they give up. You don't try and take the stage back for yourself. You lose your moment, you lose your momentum, and then some other people start talking over you. So here's a tip that mostly always works. Now, when someone interrupts you, you pause in the middle of your sentence, and then you let that pause sit for a good 2-3 seconds. Then you say something like, wait, but I wasn't finished yet. But before saying that, that pause is really important. It kind of creates this uncomfortable silence in the room and brings everybody's attention to the fact that you've just been interrupted. And please don't start this with a sorry. Don't say, sorry, but I wasn't finished yet. Or sorry, I still have to complete my point. Do not apologize. We women apologize a little too much, but that's a different topic and we'll get to that another day. For now, let the pause sit, come back to the point you were making and continue like nothing happened. Tip number 2, this is for people who are serial interrupters. They are always the ones who will jump into a meeting and then they will interrupt. So for them, you create boundaries. This second tip, which I call the pre-emptive strike, is where you inform in advance that you have 3 points to make, for example. You've already set the boundary. So you start by saying, okay, I have 3 points to make. Let me get to each one of them, after which we can all have a discussion around it. What this does is that it will give a sort of a warning to this serial interrupter that you have 3 points to make and they must wait till the end to jump in. If this person still doesn't get the hint, then you go back to saying, hey, remember I said I have 3 points to make. Let me get to each one of them. Let me present what I have to say about each one of them. And then I would love to hear what you have to say. Be polite but firm. Tip number 3, and my favorite, something I've used very often. Make a strategic alliance. Now, in every team, there are some people who always get interrupted, and there are those who always interrupt. Here's what you have to do. You have to make allies, or you have to make friends with people who always get interrupted like you. What this does is that in a meeting setting, when the interrupter does what he always does, a friend of yours, an ally of yours jumps in and they say, hey, wait, but can we just hear Priya's complete point? This is great for creating group accountability, for everyone to understand that if someone's making a point, allow them to finish, allow them to complete the point, and then anyone is free to jump in, share their points, share their thoughts and inputs. Remember, you're not being rude, you're being clear about your communication. So try these tips, and at least try one this week, and tell me in the comments how it went. And if there is someone in your office who constantly does this, write about them in the comments. Don't name and shame, but at least tell us what type of interrupter is this person. Is he or she a serial interrupter, or is it someone who tries to steal your credit or something else? And lastly, if there is someone around you who you feel constantly gets interrupted, then share this video with them, because more often than not, all we need is a trigger to remind us that we don't have to accept any of this, that there are ways that we can handle this, tackle it, move ahead in a way that is beneficial to us. Till then, till the next video, remember, keep your peace and subscribe and like and keep supporting also her. Bye bye.